What's up, baby dolls? We're going to speak about the PulseChain price target range and expectations. Now, if you've been watching me, you would like some pump music. I know you do, friends. And you're probably going to be thinking about all those times your friend Sommi said, I don't have price targets, man. I'm just waiting for euphoria. That's what a silent assassin does. When you're hunting deer in the forest, you're waiting for that deer to walk back and snap! You shoot that cup of orange juice from the deer's hoofs and you go about your merry way. But look, at the end of the day, friends, what I'm about to show you is just the range of expectations. There is no price target. It's a range, all right? And this range is wide, man. I'll just tell you right now, it could be anywhere from like a 25x up to 150x. There you go. Walk away. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that. There you go. So it's a big, big range. But I'm just going to show you the world that you're looking at and the things you're betting on. And in a nutshell, because friends, I want to give you the biggest juice at the start because you can dive in. So there you go. The range could be 25x or 150x. And you're probably wondering, okay, why not 10x? Well, it's just because in the world we're playing for crypto to hit 10 to 12 trillion. So Ethereum by itself is like a 2 or a 3x from here. So, I mean, like, you know, if Ethereum does a 2 to 3x from here and then PulseChain just does like a 10, you are still down from a year ago on the Pulse-ETH ratio. You failed. By the way, just to let you know, you are actually down from July 2021 from the sacrifice price. Yeah, I'm not even joking. If you do only a 10x from today. Now, that's the low end. What about 1,000x? A lot of people say, well, what about the 1,000x? We can do 1,000x. No. What I'm going to show you is a way to look at markets is you look at the whole piece of the pie of crypto and then you look at your dominance. So it is your market cap relative to everything else out there. And you can find your percentage. You know how we have Bitcoin dominance? There's Ethereum dominance, right? So, you know, Bitcoin dominance is like 59% of the market, whatever it is. Ethereum is about 18%. And so what is Richard Heart coins today? Well, HEX hit 2.25% at the peak of 2021. Now, if you add up all the coins, it's 0.08%. So it's 28x smaller than the HEX peak. That's if you add up all the coins, okay? Isn't that wild? But let's go through all this information here. And, you know, friends, I'm going to start with some positive stuff here. Like, man, the cult's got some legs. It really does have some legs. I'm going to play some nice, gentle angel music because we're going to go crank it out later on. I mean, check this out, okay? Even Mr. B Roots says, within 6 months, people like this gentle sir, Jake Gagain. I don't know who Mr. Gagain is, but shout out to you, sir. Mr. Jake Gagain will be engagement farming, trying to get likes and views off PulseChain, Teddy Bear Pedi, and those people will pump my bags past 9 figures. So, and then like Jake replies, I like Richard Heart. I'm a fan of HEX and PulseChain. You, Mr. B Roots, on the other hand, I don't like you. Maybe Cryptozar Us, that's George, can set up a fight in the karate combat pit. Would love to put your old ass to sleep. He's got a large followers, 286,000 followers. I mean, that's closer towards Richard Heart. So, man, that's why everyone loves me, man. Because when I report on this stuff, everyone's like, oh, what's your opinion? What's your opinion? Bro, I'll tell you what my opinion is, okay? I'll tell you what my opinion is. My opinion is the facts. The facts is it took him 6 minutes to reply. He got called out, 6 minutes. I'm like, interesting. 6 minutes, huh? So easy. You know, friends, you know, women always joke about just how men, we're so predictable. We've got certain buttons that we push. It's all this testosterone, chest smashing stuff when someone's like, ha ha ha, you are smaller than me. And then we instantly rise up. Girls don't respond to that stuff because like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of funny, right? Girls respond to different stuff. Sometimes it's like, oh, that girl's so fake. She's like so fake, you know what I mean? And then they'll respond. It's funny, like males and females, the different things that we respond to, like instant triggers that we have to like fight back. Okay, now here I am showing you. Imagine how much more attention we'll get when Richard Heart starts sending 170,000 ETH into the greatest stores of value made after Bitcoin. Yeah, friends, that's it. We're entering the new momentum phase. And here, everything you learned about store of value and everything else and product market fit and all those of the past, they are in the past. And now we're going to move forward. And yeah, believe me, it's going to get mighty big. And before I show you all this key analysis, right, look at this information out here. So there's a certain person out here called Mr. Credible, I think. He's got all, someone asked me about PulseChain. I know his text is here, text is small here. This is the PulseChain chart. I've got these arrows of what he's saying. He goes, no, it's not, dude. It's literally a scammer who is in trouble with the law at the moment for that same very reason. This doesn't apply to outright scams. So it's talking about price targets and stuff. He's talking about PulseChain. He's going, well, no. Oh, man, this is the funniest part. He's like, hey, all that TA and bullish talk. No. Your coin's a scam. It applies to only my other coins. Well, we're going to see about that, man. Right at the tips of the red candles here. And look, he actually has a post here. He goes, if you don't believe me or don't get it, I don't have time to try to convince you. Sorry. This is going to be my response to these types of questions moving forward. I've shared plenty of content at this point to explain the rationale behind these coins. So, and it's funny, my response to his post is literally, if you don't believe me or get it, I don't have time to convince you. Sorry. It's literally the same thing over and over again. That's why, friends, our biases, they always creep into markets. But it's okay, man. You can't be like the most professional, but all you need to do is hit it once. That's all you got to do, friends. Just hit it once out of the park. Now, if we go to the juicy data, I have it written here. So what we're going to do first, friends, is I'm just going to show you the total crypto market cap. Now, this is Bitcoin, or the total crypto market cap. Now, this is where September 2021 is, all right? Now, back here, I have the arrow of HEX. And I have it written up here. HEX Dominance peaked at 2.25% of the total industry. HEX was 45 billion circulating versus 2 trillion, okay? Today, though, all the coins, so it's funny, right? Right now, the crypto industry is pretty much the same market cap, but instead of 2.25%, Richard Hart, look at this, core coins only add up to 0.08%. So we are 1.8 billion versus 2.2 trillion. Remember, we used to be 45 billion. Now we're only 1.8. Ouch. Big ouch. And by the way, yeah, man, that is adding up all the coins. If you just add up, my gosh, if you just add up the HEX, man, you only have 600 million over, oh my gosh, that's 2.2 trillion. Wow, friends, it's not 0.08%, it's 0.027%. Whoa, man. So you're literally I'm going to do this number, 84x away. Damn, from the dominance for HEX. That's just HEX. That's eHEX plus pHEX. If you take them individually, it's even worse. So yeah, but does it make sense? Yeah, man. Look what's happened in the industry. Look how irrelevant Richard Hart is. Look what's taken center stage. AI. Restaking, Solana, meme coins. See all these bang. Richard Hart irrelevant to them. Okay, that's today. Now, we are not investing for today. We're investing for the future, as always. Okay, that's what you're punting for with every part of your portfolio. Okay, so this I have all the numbers going through here, right? So in 2021, HEX Dominance peaked at 2.25%. All right, so that's what it used to be. It was, now it's a funny part. Yeah, man. HEX entered top 10, but it's fake market cap circulating. So, friends, you can do this fake coin stuff. There's a reason why they don't even include Richard Hart in the index, because they're like, nah, you did too much cheating, one guy and stuff, like in terms of like the market cap. So they just don't show it out everywhere. And so you can just remove the OA linked stuff, and you can pretty much get what the user that's what you want, user circulating supply. Pretty much the people who are willing to dump, that's what you're looking for. So that's why HEX technically, oh yes, it hit 600 billion back in 2021, but then it drops 99%. So it doesn't really matter. So back then they only had about 90 billion circulating coins, but people would measure at 600 billion. All the OA linked coins, don't count them. Okay, I'm just trying to get the fair measure. Okay, you can sit here on your high horse and say, the market should do this. I don't really care. Okay, I'm just trying to get proper numbers. Okay, now what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to just quickly show you some examples, friends. So let's look at BTC dominance, for example. So see this number, now it's 54%. Let's actually look at a weekly chart. See, it's 54%. There's the Bitcoin dominance, the famous one, right? Now, what about Ethereum dominance? So you can actually look at Ethereum dominance, friends. You can see Ethereum, friends. Now, unfortunately, it only starts at the very top. Ethereum used to be 30% of the industry. Wow. Now Ethereum is 18%, which is actually still fantastic, pretty much. All right. But let me show you, friends. It's not a happy ending for everything. I'm going to play some nice, because I know we're going to have to just play some nice cranky G music and crank it. Now, it's not a happy ending for everything, because I can show you XRP's dominance. Ouch. XRP, friends, extremely wrecked poop. all right, used to be 31% of the entire crypto industry. Today, it is only 1.2%. If XRP was as relevant as Ethereum, instead of 1.2, XRP would be 14x higher. So actually, if you want to do that number, 14x times, like, I don't know what even XRP is, 50 cents, $7. So if XRP had the product market fit that it was intending to do, payment solutions, remember, you know, that's what Ethereum does, is pretty much payment solutions. You're paying for a smart contract, paying for the transfer money and stuff, obviously. Okay, decentralized block space. If XRP had that, it would be $7. That's actually wild to see. Look at the deviation. Now, here he is. This is the XRP chart, friends, just to show you. See, XRP is down here. However, if XRP was Ethereum, it would be all the way up here today. Look at that big difference. Wow. See, that gap is XRP missing the ball pretty much. You're down 93% for where you should be. So that's a cool comparison to see, like, oh wow, you guys just had to fork Uniswap. You haven't actually innovated or done anything, and just dumping the inflation of everyone. Now you're probably wondering, like, what about the HEX dominance? Well, here's the thing, friends. They don't have HEX dominance, okay? You just have to, like, look at other ones, like, oh wow, Litecoin dominance. Look at this, friends. Litecoin, you used to be relevant. You used to be 3.7% of the industry. Now you're down to 0.25, okay? So you can have a look at different dominances of the index of the whole crypto industry. See, this is Chainlink. Chainlink used to be 1.8 and 0.39. I'm hoping it goes and claims that glory. Yeah, so everyone's going to try fight for their claim to fame everywhere. However, most important part, friends, I mean, like, for HEX, right? This is why I do all the homework. I do all the homework. This is why highest value content in crypto, not even close. Everyone, sit down, stand up, then sit down again. We'll have a glass of orange juice together. I'll pat you on the shoulder with my left hand. All right, look, at the end of the day, this is what you're watching for. You're watching for this, we deep dive and do these things. So you actually see the numbers. Now, I calculated it manually. So what percentage was Richard Hart of the whole industry back in 2021? And the answer is 2.25%. You actually, don't forget this number. See the green number here? 2.25%, because HEX was just one coin. Okay. And now you have multiple that you have to add, right? So that's where you can go up here. Remember, you go to gopulse.com, friends. You don't include the OA, you exclude it. Okay. So you have 700, you add these 758 million market cap, 485, 93, and then 545. You also got to add the eHEX as well. I know they want to say it doesn't exist, but technically it does. Technically it's the, world's best store of value, technically, as well. Now, when you add all of them up, you get around, 1.8 billion. So that's what you get. So the total percentage, remember, it used to be, if you look down, used to be 2.25. Now it's 0.08. And as I mentioned to you before, that difference is 28x. Okay, so now here comes the juice part, okay, the real juice. So because Richard Hart used to be 2.25%, to get to that size, we need a 28x pumper. But that would simply match the dominance of September 2021. All right. Now, here's the thing, man. Friends, honestly, you just got to be honest with yourself. Ethereum and Bitcoin, their dominance is dropping over time. All right. It is, okay? But even if, I wonder if we have, like, let's say a unicorn coin like Solana's dominance. BNB. BNB's dominance is, it matches roughly the BTC ratio, right? It used to be 6%, now it's the 3.8%. I wonder what about Solana market cap dominance? That's something to think about as well. There you go. So Solana's dominance, look how much it's powered up, right? That's actually huge, because why has Solana dominance gone up and broken the high? It's because heaps of coins have gone down. So think about it. Last time Solana was in the top 10 in 2021, even HEX was near there, right? And HEX was like big, but now HEX is gone, right? So HEX has been destroyed and Solana's got that market cap. And then the market cap value that was in HEX, so that 45 billion of HEX, remember, it's only got 1.8 technically, if you include all the core coins. Where did all of that other 43 billion go? Well, now you have Pepe. Pepe's taken a bit. Dog with Hat has taken a bit. AI coins have taken a bit. Right, that's where pretty much a lot of things. Mog's taken a bit, Ticker Bitcoin has taken a bit. All the memes, Politify coins, new coins have come up and taken it, pretty much. So that's pretty much what's happened when you're looking at the dominance. There's also been the unfortunate VC tech coin grifts, but they are fully diluted. They're not all the released tokens. So there's going to be a bit of an issue with that, calculating that. So now let's get to the sexy part. All right. So like I did this calculation. Remember I spoke to you at the beginning of this video. We talked about, okay, maybe 10x is too small. Why? And because I'm like, well, if Ethereum does a 2 to 3x from here, like I can show you those real numbers, right? I haven't calculated right here. You can look at the PLS to ETH ratio, which I have right here, friends. See PLS to ETH ratio. See this horizontal line? This horizontal line, friends, is July 2021 ratio. All right, we are down from that point, bang, like 75%. So pretty much what's Ethereum today, friends? Ethereum is 3,300. So Ethereum does, let's say Ethereum does a 3x and it gets to 10K. And then PulseChain does a 12x, okay, total. So remember, Ethereum's done a 3, PulseChain's done like a 12, all right. That only brings this ratio up 300%, which is around back to break even. Okay, you've literally wasted, I'm not joking, 3 years, because this would just go back here. Remember, to get that ratio, friends, remember Ethereum went to 10K, did a triple, 3x, and then PulseChain did a 12x from here. And this would be an absolute abomination. Now, here's the thing. On our launch, we were all the way up here. Isn't that crazy? So from our launch, friends, we are still down, oh my God, like 93%. So to get back to our launch price, if you want to get back to this launch high, wow, you need a 14x. That's how much we got destroyed, by the way. So if Ethereum does a 3x and we do 14 on the ratio, we need to do a 42x on PLS. And that doesn't even give you any gains, by the way. You're literally back to the PulseChain launch of May 2023. Just that launch. See that? That's the launch price ratio. Because remember back here, Ethereum, I forgot what the price it was. Was it 1,300 or was it 1,800 here? And then PLS hit 3x day one sack. That's nuts, right? So that's all the way down here. So you get to show you just what these ratios mean. So, I mean, we're hoping, right, we absolutely go bonkers. But look, if Ethereum, if we get up here and we do like, if we get to like here, friends, just to show you, let's say it actually does, let's say we get to up here. See that marker up, is this part? If we get up here and Ethereum is 10K, that means PulseChain did an 84x from today. Okay, 84x. And remember, I'm keeping all the ratios the same. So it would be, so the total Richard Heart ecosystem would be, if you do 84 times 1.8, 150 billion for the whole ecosystem. So that makes sense. Like, it's possible, right? It's around that 100 billion. Remember BNB, Corridanzo, XRP, Solana, Doge, they all were around 100 billion in the last cycle, all right? So that's why I'm showing you, like, I think 10x would be too small from here. But then there's also, what about the high end, right? 1,000x. Well, here's the thing, right? I've got it written here. This is one of the dominance, right? This is one of the limiting factors why you can't just grow 1,000x for any crypto based on market cap. If PulseChain grew 1,000x from today, Richard Heart's dominance would be 17% for all his coins in a world where crypto is 12 trillion. Okay, so I'm already, remember, this is a bullish expectation. Okay, so I'm going to show you, this is total crypto market cap, friends. Now, this is what I'm just being honest with you, man. This is, friends, it's crazy. Look, we're 12 trillion. Let's just do this number here, because let's put on a log chart, just so we're not racist or anything about this. Okay, so in the last cycle, look where we grew for the whole industry. We do a big fib level. Okay, we went and touched the 1.618, friends. Okay, in the last cycle. Okay, so that's pretty much what we did, but I can't get the proper measurement for this one, for this cycle. And I think we ended up doing like an enormous amount. I'll actually show you. I think if I remember, this was the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume this was the top, and I'm going to drag it to the bear market low just to see the fib, just to see how much we hit. And look, isn't that crazy, friends? Look, we hit the 2.618. All right. So in 2017, we went to the 2.618. And then the last cycle, we hit the 1.618. Interesting on the log stuff. All right, so we've diminished. Okay, we went to the smaller extension. See the number 2 here? This is where number 1 is. We hit number 2. And then, right, in our previous cycle, we just hit the 1. We hit the 1. Now, these numbers, friends, obviously, like, they're a bit, okay, it's like kind of like thinking, how the hell is it going to work with this? Here we go. Here's the log 1. All right, so this is the wild part, because if we do the same as last cycle, we only get to 7 trillion. And you're like, wait a minute, 7 trillion. Man, friends, this is why your friend Sommi from 2022, I was saying, look, man, I really want us to get these big numbers, and I believe in my heart we will. But just be careful, because we're diminishing, and everybody just sees dollar signs in this industry. And like, I don't know, man. How are we definitely going to get there? I don't know. I hope we do. But I'm just showing you, friends, like, if we went and did 2017, we get 28 trillion. I'll pretty much give this a 0% chance, friends, because that's like, $1 million Bitcoin. I'm not even joking. That's literally a 10 trillion market cap Bitcoin, which is about $1 million. Oh, no, that's 500,000, 600,000 Bitcoin. So, and this is what would last cycle be. All right. Now, obviously, I'm hoping we hit somewhere in between, friends. I'm hoping we hit somewhere between 12 to 15 trillion. That'd be great. I hope we do. All right. Once again, it's just hope. So in my estimations here, I've got 12 trillion as the estimate, 10 to 12 trillion. So it's around this box. So this is actually huge. Okay. It is a hugely bullish. Okay. Because if you go to the fibs, you're like, oh, we're going where we stopped last time. It's here. I want to open your mind to this, friends. It is possible as well that next year we hit this 1 and then we stop and then we actually have a bear market and something screws us up. And the 4-year cycle gets something gets interrupted, but then we continue into 2026. Okay, maybe that's what happens. I just got to leave your mind open for that. You see that? So we have the first one to the 1.618, and then we actually go for the next one. So just keep your mind open for this opportunity. That's all. All right, just so you don't go all in and do too much leverage or anything. Now, if I go back to my post, right? Remember I told you that, well, the 1000x, like, there's nothing wrong with the 1000x. It's just that if HEX took over crypto in 2021, all right, it did. Hit top 10, man, and you were 2.25% of the dominance. How are you going to be 17% in this one? That's what you have to think about, all right? You just got to think about it. You think, what are the chances it hits 17%? You won't even find a coin that will be able to, that's been able to show you the numbers at all to do something like that. The biggest numbers you'll be able to see is, maybe XRP fluke once, never come back, one cycle. And then you have Ethereum, 30%, and then 18%. Okay. So that's just showing you how rare that is. It's like, I'm not going to give a 0% chance, but it is what it is. Now, here's the thing. What about that Ethereum he's holding? Well, he's only holding 0.15% of the supply of Ethereum. That's 170,000 ETH, around that much. Okay, he's not even holding 1% of their coins. And you're probably wondering, how will he be valued, right, by the market at 17%, the same as Ethereum, when to get there you took only 0.15% of Ethereum's supply and rotated that in? Friends, that would be like, I'll give you another example. That would be like you taking, let me do 0.15% of Bitcoin. That's 31,500 Bitcoin. Do you think how could you get a coin to be valued the same market cap as Bitcoin today when all you have is 31,500 Bitcoin and you have that same market cap? Impossible. So people wondering, like, what do you mean like it's impossible? Well, technically it's possible. You know how, friends? If you put a gun to everybody's head and said, none of you are allowed to sell, I'm going to insert this into our liquidity pool, which is you basically buy in. The Uniswap formula can reprice you higher. It can. Okay, but obviously don't sell. No one's allowed to sell. Chances of that happening near zero. And how can you even lock everyone up? So I'm just showing you, yeah, theoretically, if you threw that into the pool, you could reprice it higher based off like some weird glitchy, not weird glitchy, but it's like the technicalities of the formula. But sustaining it is literally next to impossible, because as soon as you put that money in, the biggest wallet will go, oh, okay, sweet, that's mine. I'm out. See yous. Okay, that's my big payday. So it's the same thing with Ethereum, right? It's almost like, you know, if Richard Hart inserted all that money in and it repriced higher, one guy sells $300 million worth, another guy sells $200 million worth, another guy sells $100 million worth, and then three guys have sold everything back down, and there's nothing left. Okay, the treasury is fun. So I'm just showing you, that's why you need to organically grow there. You can't just like, you know, basically just pray that, okay, please nobody sell or anything. But, you know, I'm just showing you what goes on. So it's pretty cool we've been able to identify, okay, why is 1000x, so say for PLS, why is it unrealistic? Okay, it's unrealistic because, yeah, it's never really been done before, and he's got to take over the industry again, and Richard Hart hit the unicorn in 2021. You just got to be honest with yourself. What's the unicorn of this cycle, friends? Ansem, main character, meme coins, you know they are. Pepe, Dog with Hat, you know memes are the unicorns. Soilana, fast transactions. Richard's not that guy, man. Richard's a DeFi guy. Principles of DeFi, freedom of speech. They are 2021 talking points. They are now in their cycle 2 narrative. Okay, unless Richard comes out and he surprises us with some Japanese anime studio and starts pumping out meme coins or something, maybe we'll see, right? Friends, not even AI was able to resurrect like the meme coins again. Just showing you. Okay, that's pretty much that's how hard it is to do what he did twice. It's literally impossible. Like no one's been able to do it ever in crypto, ever. Everybody's just a character for like one season because you go really, really euphoric and you get it, and then the market ends up changing, okay? But ultimately, friends, I'm going to play some nice bizarre music for us, because you don't need 1000x to retire, man. All right, you don't. If this works out, this investment thesis works out, okay? See, but this is what you're betting on, all right? If you believe Richard Hart can get back to former glory, so remember, he was at 2.25% in 2021. Now we're at 0.08. So I'll show you. And I've got this picture just to visualize it here for you, but it's pretty hard to see, friends, but we'll try. This is Ethereum dominance, right? It's at, you know, it used to be 30% of the industry. Now it's 18%. And then Richard Hart, he peaked at 2.25. All right, 2.25, he peaked here. Now he's down to 0.08. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is how small he is as a pie of Ethereum land. Okay, so we used to be, yay, up here. Now we're down here. So this is why if you were able to go from, you know, your 0.08 and you moved up to 2.25, there you go, 2.25, there you go. There's your 28x, 2,700%. So, but remember, right? Your USD price, if the whole pie of crypto keeps growing bigger, okay, then your dominance, it means a lot as you're gaining on it, right? Because the industry is growing, because you're not a certain percentage of a 2 trillion market cap anymore. In the future, crypto is 10 trillion. It's 5 times bigger. So that's what you're pretty much playing for. You're playing for a bigger, but like, you don't know what these dominances, friends. They are, you know, everything moves around and you're not 100% sure like how relevant someone is going to be in the future. So I've got to show you this picture again, right? It was 2.25% here. Now is on the back burner here, as you can see, and it's been taken over by, you know, the crypto industry and memes. But this is why I'm outlining to you. This is what you're playing for, pretty much. You're playing for this world where, okay, all right, he used to be 2.25. This is why the range is big, right? Okay, does he only get to like low end? Some people believe, okay, he's never going to come back ever. He's going to rug everyone. Okay, sweet, you can play for that world. All right. There's maybe a world he only gets to 1% dominance again. Okay. Then there's a world he gets exactly to 2.25. And then there's a world where he exceeds expectations and he goes to like, I don't know, 3 or 4 or something. Becomes even bigger. There's a huge range of prices that can deviate here. Okay. But even in my example here, I go, in this bull market, let's say the industry grows to 12 trillion and he reaches that dominance again, 2.25. Then, just like the HEX peak of 2021, that means 100x price growth in his coins. That would give PLS at 40x above day one sake. So maybe you just want to see that. You go, hey, my friend Sommi, please show me what would happen if the crypto industry grew 10 to 12 trillion and Richard roughly just got back to his same dominance. It's pretty much his same glory as 2021. You know, maybe it requires the streaming and everything else, okay? So I actually have it drawn actually in the picture below. I'm going to show you again. I drew the picture. This is pretty much it. This is it. So see that arrow here, friends? That is 48x above day one sack-ish, roughly, you know, 45 to 50x day one sack. So that's where it would be. It would go all the way up here. That's your big bull target, all right? Big bull target. But that's just one world. So what if he didn't get 2.25%? What if you say, I think he can only get back to 1% and then he's done? Maybe you think, okay, he's going to diminish in his effectiveness. Then, all right, you don't get your 48x above day one sack. Maybe you only get 25x, which is down here, by the way, okay? So this is your 100x. This is your 25x, all right? And then maybe, friends, you only believe in like, maybe he's only going to get 0.5% dominance, 0.5. So he's never going to get anywhere near what he was in 2021. Then you're only like 12x above. So you're actually here again, okay? So you see the lines keep dropping here. This is now 10x day one sack, which is only 3x above the launch of when we did in May 2023. So as you can see, we moved down the line. Obviously, this is the price today. So obviously, some people believe, friends, that he's rugged forever. That's okay. You can have that. They're like, hey, you're going to go down forever, never ever going to go up. That's okay. You know, everyone's just playing for different. Everyone's just trying to do their best in the marketplace, okay? So if that's just remember that number, right? 46x above day one sack if he reclaims. Obviously, I got no idea, man. I got no idea. This can go any way, man. Any way. It really can, all right? You know, you got to think, how would he get back his glory? Does he need to just pump the price? Does he need to beat the SEC? I'll be honest, friends. Look, do you give a shit about Ripple? No. You cared about them for 48 hours. They beat the SEC and then they reported it on the news the next day. That's it. We went back to not caring. You know whether Ripple were given good status or bad status? I actually don't care, and you don't care either. You don't even remember when that date thing was, the date of their thing. It was like a year ago, right? No, honestly, no one cares. There is no glory for Ripple. The price chart says everything. So that's intuitively telling me how irrelevant the corrupt SEC is. But that's what I'm here to tell you. What's more powerful is that 170,000 ETH. However, how can you convince everyone not to sell? If they don't see it as super valuable, then they're just going to sell along the way. It's not going to give you the big price premiums that everyone's hoping for. But it'll still give you enough to retire if you get it right, okay? So now you get to see it, friends. You know, you have the different range of expectations. Remember, he's at 0.08%, okay? 2.25% was the 28x higher. That is 2021 glory. And I believe Richard's trying to get there again. He wants to get there again. That was beautiful. He believed that was like enough, right, to get there. So what's going to play out? We don't know. Remember the ratios, friends. Don't worry about the ratios, but I just assumed all the ratios, everything just stays the same. Otherwise, it complicates a lot of things. But yeah, just helping to make it simple. Yeah, so there you go. If you believe Richard Hart flips Ethereum, Richard flips Vitalik in significance, then you're betting on a 1000x. All right, you're free to bet on that, man. Bet on that all you want. I don't want to bet on that. And here's the thing, you might say, what's bet on that mean? What it means is, okay, if Coinbase App Store ranking is like number 1 and we are at 20x above day one sack, okay, are you going to be holding your whole bag? I want to ask. That's what you got to think about. Will you be genuinely holding your entire bag? What about if it was 5x above day one sack? Okay. If you're playing for the 1000x, you're like, no way I'm holding. Okay, so that's what I'm just trying to help you figure things out, okay? And by the way, the crowd won't even care about what I'm saying now. I'll be drowned out by all the moon boys and stuff putting in higher targets. So this lands us back to the PLS price chart. Remember, friends, all these things are the same for all the coins, okay? So if you just want a quick measurement, right? So if you believe Richard, let's say he gets half his glory of 2021, half. Let's do two numbers, right? Half his glory or his full glory, all right? Morning glory, some say, okay? Let's do two numbers there. So it's about 50x from here to 100x. So if you do the 50x, you have roughly 50 times 0.004753. Yeah, you roughly have 23x day one sack of PLS, 23x to 45x ish. That's the box up here. 23x to 45x, which is up here. You can actually, we'll just draw just a big fat 23 to 4. Here we go. That's your box. Half is glory, 2 is full glory. All right, that's pretty much it. What about if you go and check PulseX? What's 23x from here? 23 to 50x, friends. Let's go check it up. Oh, this is a big chart. 23x, or let's do 50x from here. There you go. It's about 10x day one sack, 10 to 20x day one sack. That is for PulseX, okay? 10 to 20x day one sack. It's around this box here. So there you go. That's if, you know, that's the percentage. All right, what about if we do HEX? Now, I'm just going to assume the ratios are the same. Remember, this is just pHEX. So if you do, this is 0.058. If you do 100x on that, it's 58 cents. So it's about 28 to 58 cents. It's about here. If I do it here, these 28 cents around up here. But that's actually a big range. If you put it on a linear chart, yeah, it's that zone. There you go. That's the zone if you think he gets up there. And then for eHEX as well, we can go and check out eHEX. 28, 50x. So 100x would be 18 cents. So it's about 9 cents to 18 cents for eHEX. And I can just, let's bring up the full chart for everyone now so we can see properly. Okay, this is the eHEX price chart. We can actually put it on a log chart. Where is 9 cents? It would be around up here. There's 9 cents to 18. That's it. Okay, so I mean, that'd be crazy. It goes whack up here, right? That's pretty much what it would be. That zone up here, right there. Wow, if we could get that, all right? And yes, of course, everyone always wants to know ink. What about the ink? Well, you just do 50 to 100x on that. It would be around ink being, you know, 100 to 200 bucks. So there you go. Now, of course, friends, you got to remember, some of those numbers can be out of whack. Why? Because the ratio can move big. So, you know, maybe Pulse doesn't do as much, and then PulseX is screaming higher. So PulseX gets like a bit of a multiplier on it. So all of these things can like basically move around, but you get to see the rough numbers here. But yeah, look, I just wanted to show you the full picture of everything. This is pretty much what you've got to do for every single coin that you own. Okay, so it's so much easier, friends, with just meme coins because no one thinks about these. They're like, oh, let's go. There's no, that's why in first cycle stuff, there's no dominances. There's none of this thinking in memes. Oh, how much mind share do you have over Peppy or Landolf or these vampiring or, you know, Dick with Butt and Pika? There's none of them. You see how it's just literally cycle one stuff, go. Do you see why people just rush in? You don't have any of this information to, people can't do any of the thinking. And there's no like memories from the past of people like who wish they could have sold and stuff. There's none of that. It's just full on youthful vigor pumping. So you get to see why first cycle coins have a big advantage and they fly. But there you go. You've seen the full scope of the picture. And yeah, I don't know what world's going to play out. But if you are playing for a certain world, you just got to make sure how sure of that you are. And remember, friends, we also included a scenario where, yeah, man, what if we get an interlude bear market for recession for America next year? I hope we don't. But what if we did? You know, what if it stops us and then we have to like grind it out for 9 months and then continue 2026 and finally bust up? That's always possible too, and that creates a bigger base. I guess we'll see how it all plays out. Most important thing is that you're long and strong. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, or catch you in the next one.